Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and jump right in. We're starting off with our hot boiling water, and we're going to use the Joico Color Balance Purple Shampoo because we're starting off with 613 hair, and as we know, it has a yellow cast, and ain't nobody got time for that unless you're utilizing that yellow and another color that you're going to be dyeing it, but we're not doing that right now. We want that hair to be as white as possible. And I've noticed that the hotter the water is, you get the better results. So you're going to use this as a watercolor method instead. But you want to be careful because this brand of shampoo has a very deep purple. And so you don't want to go for lavender hair. We're not going for lavender or anything like that. We're just trying to take that yellow out, as you're going to see in a moment. And we're using 5 bundles. We're going to use 26, 28, and 3 bundles of 30 along with I do believe it's a 20-inch 4x4 lace closure. You see right here that's very yellow. We want that yellow to be gone, not existent. We don't got time for that right now because we have fun colors to dye. So you're gonna see me dip that color in and out. I'm sorry, dip those bundles in, dip those bundles in and out of the water so that we can go ahead and remove that yellow, because look, we don't have time for that Barbie yellow hair. That's not what we're going for today. So right here, we're starting the wig making process. You can see right here, there is just a little bit of yellow, but about 95% of it is gone, and that's exactly what we need. We wanted a blank canvas. So right now, I have went ahead and hand sewn the closure to the wig cap. It's a ventilated wig cap, very breathable. A lot of the girls appreciate it because you can still get to your scalp, and it does fit snug around just like a regular dome cap. We're going to go ahead and braid that out of the way, and we're going to go ahead and start marking where we're going to have the weft. You want to go ahead and get you maybe like a white eyeliner pencil, a metallic permanent marker, something like that, so that you can gauge where you're going to put your wefts. Now this, what I'm actually going to be doing is machine sewing the wig. So that's why I'm doing it in this method. And right here, I'm just showing y'all that I am doubling the wefts because we, like I said, have 5 bundles to stuff into this wig. My client wanted her wig extremely full, extremely thick, because she had big plans for this wig, and you'll see that later on. down the line, maybe if I decide to share. But yes, we want to double your wefts. If you're going to be using long hair, anywhere maybe longer than 24 inches, you definitely want to double your wefts. I typically double the first two bundles. If I'm just using 3 bundles, I usually double the first 2 bundles anyways. But yes, right here you see me struggling because the thread popped out. But I wanted to show you that it's real simple to go ahead and double your wefts in a sewing machine. And voila, she is all finished. Here you go. She's a blank canvas. She's ready to be dyed. Or if you wanted to leave her in this beautiful storm, as I call her, this very icy blonde storm look, you can leave her just like this. But of course, we've got other plans. So with the type of wig that we're doing right now, the way that I'm going to dye this wig, it is going to be half and half. So you definitely want to go ahead and make sure that you carefully either blow dry and press the hair out so that you can get a precise line straight down the middle, because you don't want those hairs mixing on the other side of the wig. So I went ahead and lightly pressed the hair just so I can get a nice smooth finish and parting the hair straight down the middle. Go ahead and braid or tie the other hair on the other side up, and then begin to dye your wig as normal. And I'm going to go ahead and tie this hair up at the top so that we can start dyeing the wig. So now that I have that all tied up, we're going to go ahead and start coloring the wig. Oh my god, this is the fun part. So the colors that I'm using on this side of the wig is going to be our Tintation Ruby Red. We're going to go ahead and use 2 bottles of that. And then we're going to also go ahead and also use a third color, or I'm sorry, a second color, 3rd bottle, but 2nd color. And that's going to be our Raspberry Prism. So yeah, we want to go ahead and do this. My client wanted a red, potent red color, but she didn't want that orangey undertone. So that's another reason why we went ahead and toned the hair, because red and yellow makes what, ladies and gentlemen? It makes orange. So normally when you put red hair dye on blonde hair, it does cast, you know, that orange undertone, which is a natural color, you know, in red or whatever. But like I said, she wanted a more of a pinky undertone, and you'll see when it's all done, it's not that, it's a super rich red, but like I said, we don't want that orange undertone in it. So that's the reason for the Raspberry Prism to be in there. And it came out wonderful, as you're going to see in a moment here. look at this. Oh, it's coming together so nicely. So as you can see right here in the front, we're doing two peekaboo colors. We're gonna go ahead and switch in the front of the closure. We're gonna use the pink on the red side in the front and the red on the pink side in the front. I got this idea from another Instagrammer, and if I can remember, I'll go ahead and leave their information in the description box below. We just went ahead and did it with a twist because I think they did red and blonde if I'm not mistaken. But look at that, no dye on the lace, honey. No, we're very careful over here. And trust and believe, you can part that red hair and there's not going to be any dye in the lace. You just have to be very, very careful. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and take down the blonde side, and then we're going to go ahead and start applying our pink color. So right now we're going to go in with the Joico Color Intensity Semi-Permanent Pink along with the conditioner. And you're going to want to put in a lot of conditioner if you're trying to get a very soft pink. You can always do the watercolor method, but I prefer to hand paint some of the colors most of the times because I just can be more precise. And I don't have to worry about light patches or dark patches when it comes to, the color, because sometimes watercolor can miss a couple spots. Not that I'm against it, I just chose to hand paint it this time around. Oh my God, look at how blonde that hair is. Ugh. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and paint this color on here as we did the other side, and then you'll see the final results momentarily.
"75 years later."
Oh my goodness, so after all of that, she's finally all colored. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to see what she looks like all done. But yes, we're gonna now, she's just so beautiful. We're gonna now go ahead and rinse her out with the coldest water possible, because rinsing out the hair dye with cold water really helps lock in that color and prevent it from spreading to any unwanted areas Of course, things do happen, so sometimes it's gonna happen, but the coldest water really helps. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I'm so excited. But yes, after you rinse the hair, let it air dry, and then you can style as normal. And here she is, of course, she's all done. I do want to thank you guys again for watching this video, tuning in with me. Go ahead and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, the wig giveaway will commence. See you guys in the next one.